Today we're glad to be chatting with Evan Hofer. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So tell us, your new episode of Kickin' It is coming up. Tell us what it's about. What can we expect?
Well, it's called Skate Rat, and it's about the gang gets a skateboard legend Luke Strong to agree to build a skate park in their hometown of Seaford, but then they discover on the property where they're going to build it, they discover a rare species called the striped beach vole, and they end up not being able to build the park there.
Interesting. So what's a day like for you on the set of Kickin' It?
Oh, it's crazy. We have all kinds of fun. We have water balloon fights, and we just hang out, and we're all a really close cast.
Oh, awesome. And then go ahead and tell us, do you have a favorite episode that you filmed?
You know, I really gotta say, I think this was my favorite episode to film. I got surprised, and my good friend Daniel Bucco ended up being on the episode too, which was really cool.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we talked to Daniel. We know him, so...
Awesome.
That's neat. Well, we love Kickin' It. Like, pretty much every episode that plays, it's, like, awesome.
Definitely. They have really good writers there. They've done great.
Yeah, and then go ahead and tell us, how did you kind of audition and get started on Kickin' It?
Well, before the audition, my mom and I decided we would go up to, there's a skateboard surfing place near us, which is called Valsurf. And I have a lot of friends who work there and everything, and so we went up there and they hooked me up with some cool skater clothes for the part. And then just went in and auditioned, and then I got a call a few days later that I got the part, and it was so great. I was so excited.
Wow, that's neat. And then I was going to ask you, do you skateboard in real life? Is that something you do then?
I do, actually. Some of my friends taught me how to skateboard. I'm still learning, but I'm getting pretty good.
Pretty neat. And then go ahead and tell us, what do you like doing in your spare time when you're not acting?
In my spare time, I really like to hang out with friends, go see movies, and I like to do a lot of martial arts in my spare time, too.
Oh, you do? Okay, so you pretty much came onto the show, like, pretty much experienced then.
Yes, and hopefully soon they'll have Randy doing some martial arts on the show.
Yes, we just saw the detention episode the other day, which was great. We love watching that one.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
That one's good. And then are you working on anything new as well?
There's actually another episode of Kickin' It that I'm in coming out in a few more weeks called Hit the Road, Jack.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
looking forward to that.
That'll be another great episode.
Now, can you say anything about that one, or do we kind of have to
Not yet, I can't say anything, but it's going to be a really great episode.
Okay, so for now we just have the title and we're going to have to see.
Yes!
Okay. Awesome. And so tell us also, what type of TV shows and movies do you find yourself watching?
I watch a lot of action movies. I'm kind of an action movie fanatic. They've always been one of my favorites. And on TV, I like to watch a lot of comedy.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but I also watch a lot of crime shows, so I'm pretty familiar with the police system.
I'm looking at your billboards in the back, the posters.
Yes, some of my favorite movies.
I like your Ferris Bueller. That's a good one.
That is one of my favorite movies of all time. Such a great movie.
So good. Do you have a favorite part?
In that movie, I really like Cameron, actually. He definitely brought a lot of comedy to the show. Just the difference between him and Ferris made it really cool.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I can watch that movie like over and over. It's so good.
Oh, I know. It's just such a great movie. It's a classic.
Yes. Well, we love how you have the poster back there, so you can look at it all the time.
Definitely, I always get reminded.
Yes. Well, awesome. How about, is there a TV show you really want to be on, or a movie, anything, dream role, maybe?
In movies, I would love to be. Too bad they already shot it and it's coming out soon, but I would have loved to be in The Expendables, too. Just because they have such a great action cast. They got Chuck Norris to be in it, and he's incredible. He's Chuck Norris.
He's Chuck Norris, yeah.
What more needs to be said?
Exactly.
That'd be a movie I would have really loved to be in, but too late.
Well, that's a good one. Good one. And you also, you were an Everyday Kid?
I was an Everyday Kid.
Tell us about that. What was your experience like?
Oh, Everyday Kid was really great. That was one of the first things I had done, so I really didn't have a lot of experience. And the directors, the crew, and everybody, they really welcomed me and showed me the ropes of everything, which was really nice. And it was a really great show, but they went a different direction.
And Fred Savage was the director?
He was, and it was incredible to work with him. He was so great. He brought so much energy to the set.
Wow, I was gonna say Fred Savage to work with him. That's really impressive. That's neat.
Thank you. It was incredible.
Well, thinking of his brother, do you watch Boy Meets World?
I actually used to watch Boy Meets World all the time. I would wake up really early in the morning. I would watch Boy Meets World, Who's the Boss, Saved by the Bell. Got really into all those shows.
Ooh, all the classics, good ones. Were you a 90s Nickelodeon fan? Did you watch any of those?
I actually didn't get to watch any 90s Nickelodeon. I watched a little bit, but I was a little late to get in all the shows.
Okay. And then go ahead and tell us, we're going to ask you about your Twitter now. So go ahead and say your username, and then how do you like using it?
I am at Evan Hofer, pretty simple. And, my Twitter is, I use it for everything. I connected it to my Facebook, I connected it to my Instagram. It's all integrated, which is really cool, and so it's so easy to use because you can just post and then everybody sees it and you can talk to people still. It's really cool.
Exactly. Do you have a favorite tweet that you've tweeted, or maybe someone's tweeted to you?
One of my favorite tweets, probably, the other day someone told me really funny, what was it? Someone told me, oh, here's what it was. If at first you don't succeed, then you're not Chuck Norris.
Ah!
It was pretty intense, and I follow all the Chuck Norris facts on there, which are pretty funny.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I love seeing those down my timeline, all the Chuck Norris ones. Those are good.
Yes, they have gotten so creative. Like, they thought of naming a bridge Chuck Norris, but no one can cross Chuck Norris.
Ah. You see that? I know, and they have like a bunch of merch now. Like they have Chuck Norris shirts, and they have like everything.
Really?
And yeah, I've seen that.
Get some of those.
You know what? You need like a Chuck Norris poster back there too.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to start looking.
You need to add one on there.
Little Walker Texas Ranger poster back there.
Yes, yes. I mean, what can't Chuck Norris do? He can do everything, anything.
That's true. I'm trying to think of it. He's just good at everything.
Yeah.
I bet he can dance too.
Yeah, I'm sure. And you know what, we were going to tell you one of our favorite tweets of yours is you tweeted the other day, if brownies have oatmeal in them, do they count as breakfast? And you know what? I think so, because brownies are delicious. So
thank you.
That's it. Just eat the brownies, and who's stopping you?
Exactly. So my mom walked out and she was like, "Are you eating brownies?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." And she's just like, "Oh, okay."
I mean, what can you do? They're so delicious.
Oh, they're so great. My sister makes the best brownies.
Wow, that sounds good. And yeah, we noticed also you like tweeting a lot of foods. We saw your Krispy Kreme donuts, that tweet. That's good too.
I do, thinking about it, I do tweet about food a lot.
But we don't mind it, though. We don't mind it.
Thank you. Yeah. Have you been to Krispy Kreme?
Yes, but only when the sign is on. That's it. I mean, I can't eat them cold. That's not acceptable.
It's true. They tell you how long to heat them up, the 8 seconds, but it's just not the same as hot off the line.
It's not, no. They have the
They're
best
definitely my favorites.
Yeah, really good. Tell us, what are your favorite fast food restaurants? Anything in particular?
I am a huge fan of In-N-Out. In-N-Out, it's so great. I love their special sauce. It's really great. And Chick-fil-A is really good, too.
Yes, what do you get to order at Chick-fil-A?
I always get the original classic sandwich.
Really good. So good.
Yeah, just put a little bit of mayonnaise on there and it's perfect.
Yep. That's delicious. Good, you'll have to tweet some of that too, right? More foods.
Definitely, of course. I'll get on that.
Good. And then like you said, you've got an Instagram, so do you have any favorite Instagram photos or anything you
The other day, I actually found Code Red Mountain Dew for the first time in 5 years, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I Instagrammed a picture of that, and I got way too excited when I saw that.
Wow. I know sometimes when you can't think of anything to tweet, it's like the best tweets are foods or drinks or something like that.
Exactly.
So
sometimes you feel obligated to tweet, and so you try to think of anything.
Yeah, exactly. What goes through your mind before you're going to tweet? Anything in particular? You just kind of tweet at the moment, or what goes on?
Sometimes when I tweet in the moment, I just go for it. But sometimes when I try to think of something, mostly what I think of is I'm like, I hope they laugh.
Yeah.
I hope it's not only me that thinks it's funny.
Mm-hmm. So do you like comedies and stuff like that? You like making people laugh?
I really do. It's one of the things that I really enjoy is getting to make people laugh because laughter is it's just so great.
It's infectious, definitely. If one person laughs, the next person does so.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And then go ahead and tell us. We have a couple get-to-know-you questions. So
Awesome.
we asked you your favorite fast food restaurant. Now you have to tell us your celebrity crush.
My celebrity crush. I've always had a crush on Rachel McAdams.
Mm-hmm. And
I've always had a crush on her. She's so beautiful.
have you met her before? Have you seen her?
I've never met her, actually. If I could meet her, that would be incredible.
Mm-hmm. And tell us, would you freeze kind of, or would you be okay to talk with her?
I think I'd probably freeze for a second and then have just a giant smile on my face the whole time.
Awesome.
And I'd hope I'd be able to talk to her.
Yeah. And how about also tell us something we may not know about you?
I have a dog named Butterscotch that I got for my birthday when I was 10.
That's neat.
Yeah.
What type of dog?
He's a yellow lab, so he's a big guy.
Aww, how cute. Well, you
Yeah,
have to tweet some photos of Butterscotch so we can see.
Definitely. I wonder why I haven't tweeted a picture of him. I'll have to get on that.
There you go. Okay, food, Butterscotch,
Exactly. Movies, Chuck Norris.
Yes.
We got them all covered.
Exactly. I mean, can you imagine if some of the pet owners named their dog Chuck Norris? What an epic name, right?
If I ever get another dog, I think I might just have to.
That's it. That's it. And well, speaking of Chuck Norris, do you have the DVD collection? Do you collect the DVDs of?
I don't actually. I should get some of his older movies and stuff, but I've watched almost every episode of Walker, Texas Ranger.
You have.
So.
How about
Yes. What?
Favorite episode of Walker, Texas?
There was this episode where his partner was going through a really rough time, and Chuck Norris brought his Native American friend in, which I enjoyed because I'm Native American. I'm 1A. Mm-hmm. And he gave him this crazy stuff, and all of a sudden he was completely better, and I was like, Chuck Norris.
Wow. That's funny. And then go ahead and tell us also, do you have a prized possession or something you can't live without?
Something I can't live without. I just got my iPhone a couple of months ago, but it's probably my iPhone.
Mm-hmm. Good choice, choice.
It does everything. I just can't believe how it does everything.
It does. Exactly. And then you wonder, what was life like before your iPhone, right? I mean, what did you do? What did anybody do?
I know, and it seemed like they kind of jumped from the Motorola Razr to the iPhone. The Razr was the coolest thing, and then all of a sudden it was the iPhone.
Yes. Yeah, but what did technology advance, though? I mean, the Razr doesn't have anything compared to the iPhone. I mean, look how far they've jumped.
In just a short few years, you're exactly right. They went from just being able to call and barely text to surfing the internet and everything on your phone, playing games.
Yes.
It's crazy.
I mean, I had a regular cell phone years ago, and then I'm like, Mom, I really want one with apps, because all the apps, how can we not live without the apps, right?
Exactly. I have a ruler on my iPhone.
Wow. You see that?
I don't have a lot to measure, but I have a ruler on my iPhone just because.
Yep. Pretty much anything. You can just do anything on there.
It's really true.
Exactly. So, well, tell us also, do you have a favorite app on your iPhone? Anything you're...
I got really addicted to Jetpack Joyride for a long time.
Mm-hmm. What is that exactly? I haven't heard of it.
It's a game where you're a little guy riding through this lab, through all the levels of this lab, and you have you can level up your jetpack, and you can dress him different and everything. It's really addicting. It's unbelievably addicting. It's so simple.
Wow. We'll have to check that out.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of popular ones like Temple Run. Did you try that?
Oh, Temple Run it's so crazy. My friends have gotten so good at it, and I just cannot get the hang of it.
Yeah. That's neat. And since a lot of these are games, are you a video gamer? Do you like Xbox or PlayStation, anything like that?
I used to be a really big gamer, But then I tried to tone myself back. I was on it all the time and it was getting really crazy.
Yeah. What's your favorite to play?
My favorite game was probably Call of Duty Black Ops. My friends and I used to play. My neighbors and I, who live in my building, we used to play even though we're 2 floors apart. We used to play through the system.
Oh, that's funny. That's neat. Get the whole building going, right?
Exactly. Just get one big giant game going.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, we kind of wonder what's coming next. You know what I mean? Like we said, the iPhone's like so already like everything. What's next? And then they have Twitter going. Any ideas?
No. I'm really hoping for the iPhone 5 that I saw this thing on the internet. I don't know if it's real or not, but the iPhone 5 shot out a holographic keyboard.
You're kidding.
No, and then you could pull it up and a holographic screen would pop up to watch movies on, and I was just like,
What?
I know. That would be insane. I would have to get one.
That's amazing. I know, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I need my computer, but why would you? Your iPhone has everything. You type, like, everything on there.
It's true. On vacation, I don't really need to take it anymore because I'm like, I can email, I can Facebook,
Yep.
I can Twitter.
Yep. And they even have FaceTime going. I mean, like, you can see people, and it's amazing.
FaceTime is so cool.
Yeah. Love it. It's awesome. So,
Definitely.
well, that's neat. And then, okay, like we said, we have your Twitter, Facebook you have, and then website?
My website I haven't gotten designed yet, but if you go to my site, which is evanhofer.com, it'll take you straight to my fan page on Facebook.
Okay, great. So everyone needs to make sure to follow you on Twitter and then on Facebook. Sounds great.
Definitely.
And then, is there anything else you want to tell your Kickin' It fans out there?
Just keep watching.